What's up to all those alone in the zone? It's the hero with the JEL on his chest, John Eli Lopez, back once again on a mission to get you one step closer to being the king or the queen of the pencil. And today I'll be showing y'all how to utilize perspective to create a scene. If you'd like to follow along, all you would need is a pencil and paper. Okay, so let's get started. This particular scene that I'm doing here is a scene that I used in my last video, a tribute to the Black History Month. And I wanted to take you guys through the step of me creating this particular scene because I found it very interesting, and I thought it'll be useful to anybody that wanted to try to create a scene, right? If you look here, my quick sketch is just to let me know the placement and how I wanted the scene to play out. And that is a teacher standing in front of a class. And as you see here, your initial sketch does not have to be detailed, but it has to be laid out in a way that you can understand it. It's a guide for you. So it does not have to be detailed, but I have everything in there I need. And one of the most important things that I have in there is my horizon line. And as I move on, I'm going to just tighten everything up. See, I put my horizon line in there. I'm getting the perspective of where I want things to end up. And now I'm just breaking up the individual desk first, because that is the most challenging part of this particular scene, is getting the kids in line where they're going to be sitting. So I wanted to make sure I had that done first. And as you see, I'm laying out, I'm following my drawing, I'm turning it off and on. Of course, I said if you want to follow along, you need a paper and pencil. I did this on iPad, but same concept, same discipline, transfers from paper to digital, and it does not matter. If you have a tablet, be beautiful. You could follow along with that also, but you don't need it. It's not necessary. So once I had the first layout, then now I'm going in and just tightening up the individual kids now. Getting some stuff on their desk, the direction of each desk. That's, you know, in order. When you have a classroom setup, the desks usually are in order. So those should go to the same vanishing point, including the seats where the kids are sitting on. So, once you have that established, then you go in and you could get, the finer details going, and you're drawing the way you want it. And even though I didn't have the teacher done yet, I know the direction the kids should be steering in because of my initial drawing. So we just wanted to make sure and have their eyes in that direction. Kids got some stuff on their desk. And I thought I made that desk just a little too long. You can always edit and erase and tweak stuff, but as long as it's going in that particular direction, and that's what I'm doing here. I'm just tweaking the seats, moving them around, but they're all headed in that same direction of the vanishing point. And this is a perfect example here as I'm doing this final character here, the final student that's sitting over here. I thought, and of course you could see she was just a little too far away, a little too small for this scene. So I had to bring her in closer. And if you're doing it on paper, that's just erasing and drawing it over. But I brought her in closer and just corrected the vanishing points of her desk. So once I had that done, then now we're starting to get the kids behind them in. And of course, some things are going to be blocked out, but you still want your proportions right, and you still want it to be following a structure, because even though some of the pieces are behind, some will be showing. So whatever is showing, you want it to appear natural. You don't want too long of a leg. You don't want to just not take your time, even though certain pieces are not going to be showing. So you still want to follow that structure. So I have all the desks following that vanishing point. The lights are all going to that horizon line, but they just have a different vanishing point, just like the board that the teacher writes on. That's facing a different direction, but they're all going to that horizon line with their own vanishing point on that horizon line. So just keep that in mind. Getting the bookshelf in. And like these type of things, the bookshelf and things like that, I didn't have that in the original drawing, but I knew I was going to add little stuff on the wall and put it back there. But you see where the wall of the classroom is. The horizon line, of course, is way outside of this school building. Yeah, so keep that in mind. Your horizon line is just a guide. Getting all these things going on in the classroom. And they're all in different directions. Just keep in mind where your viewer is standing. What angle, what side they should be looking at the objects that are in the room. So even for this particular picture here, you see, for this particular scenery, my viewer would be standing somewhere in between the teacher and the students. So, like at the beginning, I said you guys could have followed along with the paper and pencil, but the one benefit about having the tablet, doing it on the tablet, you could try different colors. Like the coffee cup here, I'm just trying different colors, going back and forth and seeing which one fits and doesn't clash with the overall look of the teacher. And that's what's good about doing your quick sketch. You just have the idea where you want your characters to be. And if it's something for like this purpose, well, I didn't have any of these characters in my head. It's kind of like I let the sketch that I did kind of dictate the kind of vibe, I guess, each character would have had. Before digital, you had to do your initial drawing and, maybe make photocopies and try different color schemes. But that's what's good about this whole digital world right now. You save a lot of time, but it still does not take away from the basic skills of learning that pencil. So I always talk about making you the king and the queen of the pencil. No one can take that away, and no one can substitute for that pencil game. So we're just changing up the tones, the colors of what these students are wearing. If you see here, this guy didn't finish that leg, but I kept it in the same proportion of the other leg that will be seen, because I knew some of it will be showing in between the girl in front of him under like her right hand, her right arm. So I wanted to know what would be around that position and what color would be showing. So I still kept his leg that distance. So here we're just getting in all the shadow tones, and that's just one layer I'm just doing for all these students. And for the guy in the middle, now I left this part in because this was used for animation that I did, was a tribute to the Black History Month, where he asks a question. So I left this part in that to show you that it went from the quick pencil sketch to creating the scene to now animating a part within that scene. So just the various levels. That's why I thought this was a real good tutorial to have in there. And I have his hand raising, and then I'm changing up the mouth positions for what he will be when he will be speaking. And I'm doing the same for the teacher, changing up his facial expression and his mouth positions. So just wanted to show you guys that it all started with that initial sketch. And we're just going from one level to another level and taking it further. And once I had those pieces down pat, I was kind of happy with that. And just adding the shadow around the teacher. Some little writing on the back walls there. And there you have it. We are done. Very nice. I hope you guys got some value from this video. If you did, ring that bell and the subscribe button. Hit the like. Leave a comment. Any feedback is appreciated. So until next time, John Eli Lopez signing out. Y'all be good and be safe.